and let's take a look at our build viewer. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a clan battle, and this is a Salem game. Salem is similar to a Des Moines in that it's the same hull. It's very similar reload. Actually, I think it's the exact same reload for its main guns.
The guns are exactly the same.
The big difference is the Salem has a super heal instead of a standard heal like the Des Moines.
Actually,
The other major difference...
it's not a true super heal though.
Okay, fair enough, but it's a bigger heal than the Des Moines.
It heals more.
And then the consumables are different too. Des Moines, you are able to take radar and hydro. However, the Salem allows you to take radar or hydro, and that's the difference, radar or hydro. And this radar too is lower range and lower duration. So there's some quirks about it. But other than that, she's very similar to a Des Moines, a very fun ship to play, very comfortable ship to play. SAT says, Dort likes to play with vets for clan battles. There you go, nice. So let's take a look at the build then that CasualTeaDrinker is bringing with him for clan battles. This is main armaments mod 1, damage control system mod 1, aiming systems mod 1, propulsion, concealment, and then finally main battery. Now, what's your maneuverability? It's under 10 seconds, so propulsion makes perfect sense here. Everything else, I see no problem with.
I'm surprised he's not running radar mod or hydro mod.
He could be running radar mod in, what is it, slot 2?
Mm-hmm. Slot 2.
He could run the radar mod to add 20% to for that, right? Absolutely. Right now, the radar lasts 44 seconds. So if he had picked the radar mod instead of 44 seconds, it would last for 52.8 seconds. That's enough time for maybe one extra salvo by teammates. So that's worth pointing out. Salem makes you regret your choice. Yeah, he might just be cheap, right? I mean, you have to spend coal to get that extra radar mod, so. But you can see, I like to call it T-Rex radar because it only reaches 8.5 kilometer instead of the default 10, and action times in is good. Yes, Grunty?
I think he has enough resources, so.
Okay. Now, this is, I'm going to guess it's one of the Does or Halsey, speaking, simply because these two skills here are buffed under Halsey and under Doe. So I'm going to assume it's Halsey. In which case you get buffed Grease the Gears, which makes sense. You've gone into consumables enhancements to encourage and enhance the radar consumable time. Superintendent for an extra heal, extra radar. Concealment expert. Into gun feeder. This is a buffed gun feeder. Adrenaline rush. And then survivability expert. And then finally top grade gunner. I see nothing wrong with this build. I think this build makes perfect sense in a clan battle scenario. For flags, you've got anti-det, ramming one of the fire chances, fire reduction, flooding reduction, HP restore, ship speed, and consumables. I might drop the flood reduction in favor of this one here just to get a little bit extra chance of causing fires.
Yeah, like the cruisers have like, you got a DCP of flooding anyway. So
That's what I mean.
Reducing the flooding chance, it's standard duration on the flooding, which is I think 40 seconds. So you could probably drop this. Also, if you guys want to be cheap, the other fire chance flag is the cheaper one.
Yeah, it's 40 seconds without the flooding flag, 32 with it. So yeah.
It's very rare that you stick a flooding for the full duration. You gotta disappear beforehand. So getting 8 seconds of the flooding duration rarely ever matters.
Now the improved heal does come in handy with the flooding because you can repair all flooding damage. So that comes in handy. Alright, so this is a clan battle. You're up against Team Dirty. They're bringing with them a Montana, Des Moines, Moskva, Stalingrad, Napoli, Marceau, and Gdansk. Okay.
Awaiting instructions.
Yeah, the enemy lineup seems like a try-hard lineup. The lineup from Teadrinker looks more like a fun one.
So your lineup, you've got Preußen, Salem, Stalingrad, Napoli, Gunliu, Shimakaze. It's more of a we want to see things with the Shimakaze. We want to be able to torp stuff. Oh, Preußen is AFK. Unfortunate. Maybe crashed. Dort is your favorite CV player, huh? Okay. I had a good time. What was it, last week? Dort raided me and I said I was channeling my inner Dort and boom. Got a huge kill. It's awesome. I just needed to keep sniffing. That's what Dort does, right? Dort's a good guy though.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
In fact, I'll go ahead and toss him a shout out because I can. I mean, what else are you guys watching at the start of this game anyway? Your Stalingrad is broadside to Montana shells, but it didn't get punished, interestingly enough. This is a very strong position early for a Salem. It allows you the ability to back up if you need to try to, you know, get into cover. The only concern is you are not very close to the island here. I think I'd like to see you be closer to the island, actually. Just to help block shells from the Montana. You hate this position. Why do you hate this position, Patton? I like that you're looking towards the Montana. You know that's your biggest threat. It is very vulnerable if the enemy team is a very strong one-line push. Absolutely. Montana is definitely a big issue, yes. If the DED doesn't cap, you are useless. Well, the Shimakaze was beaten back a bit. Badass Rockets, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, you were here earlier, right, for the Project Planet portion. How did the interview go? It was a mix. I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes when you feel like that's the case, you end up actually doing better than you thought. So hopefully... Oh my god, 46 hours a week? Did you respond by saying, is there overtime in that? Wow. If there's overtime, then maybe it's worth it. Up to you, of course. Last month in November... with COTS on and me working for Stack Up, I was actually working about 70, 80 hours a week, so...
All stations retreat!
You're not a workaholic, but you're an overly efficient worker, okay? Oh, you're Shimakaze. Why is he turning back into A? It's a big mistake. As soon as he goes in A, he can be radared by the Moskva. When that happens, he is dead. Balls Fall Low says, that's it? Oh. AP into broadside Des Moines is kind of sexy. I love how you're just like slowly, cautiously moving forward here. The fact that the enemy team is just giving it to you is hilarious. Moskva radars, so say goodbye to your Shimakaze. Moskva does manage to grab the, or sorry, Shima does manage to grab the cap though, so at least that happens. He is gaming, yes he is. There goes the Shimakaze, as predicted. Now, Stalingrad, Napoli, Moskva, Gdansk. There's a lot of beef at A. You could, theoretically, swing around behind these guys and just YOLO charge them. Probably what I would do, frankly. I don't think you can shoot this Des Moines anymore. Ah, he goes down. GeneralDort takes him down with a Dutch airstrike. Nice. You are on Moskva Hydro. There's the Moskva.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Gdansk torpedoes? You don't care about Gdansk torpedoes. Lol. Oh, hello, Napoli. Well, if the Napoli wants to just 1v1 you, that's cute.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Shoot the Gdansk.
Ship is on fire.
There you go, there you go. Now, Gdansk recently torpedoed, so you know there's going to be a little bit of time before you have to worry about him. Stalingrad, you want the AP side on him? It's not going to happen, dude. Relax. Relax. You're moving around way too much.
I'm getting dizzy.
I'm getting dizzy too, frankly. Like, I mean,
Jesus
you just
Christ.
like chug a, did you just like chug a can of Monster or something, dude? Like, oh my goodness. And forget this guy. Focus the Napoli. Napoli's in front of you. You can see him. You can slap him because he's going to show you side in a minute. There you go. There you go. There you go. I know what you're doing. You're sniffing. You're inhaling like Dort. That's what you're doing right now. I got you. Save the radar for Napoli. Napoli's a bigger threat. So the thing about the radar for the Napoli is if the Napoli doesn't shoot, or if the Napoli fires, then the radar doesn't matter. Oh look, Napoli torps. Totally. Wait, if the Napoli's going for torps, that actually works out very well in your favor. Move forward now. Don't chase your shells. Get ready for your next salvo, dude.
Oh my god.
There's
Can
the
you
kill.
stop
There's the kill.
Zoom in,
Ship
zoom
is on
out?
fire. Enemy
Oh.
cruisers.
Right? If this is what it looks like in competitive, I don't want any part of it. Thing is, I've done a lot of clan battles. I've been active, but not to this level, dude. Take a nap or something. All right, now forget the Gdansk. Forget the Gdansk. Go into A and just smack the Stalingrad.
Oh, your battleship is finally alive.
The Preußen is here. Oh, rip GeneralDort.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Ouch.
Oh, it's a good thing you took the flooding reduction flag so you can BCP immediately. Oh, wait.
It's kind of unfortunate timing here with the torpedoes.
It's a very well placed salvo by the Gdansk. But the Stalingrad is just chilling, so.
The enemy is about to win.
Anakin Sandwalker is the Montana team. It's kind of funny. Now, the Stalingrad is doing a nice job of angling to you. Gdansk is like a one-shot. That's oof. I like the curling to the left here. Don't get the Gdansk shots on you. You gotta get this kill in the Stalin. Okay, fine. Preußen got it. Switch to HE.
The enemy is about to win.
And then be ready to explode out of the center channel as soon as you get this cap.
I think that was honestly a mistake from the Gdansk to shoot here. Because he revealed the position and he revealed his low hit points. That allows your Shimakaze to actually now go after him because all it takes is one salvo from the Shima.
Shima's quite low too, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
I mean, the shimmy outspots
I always
it,
talk about
unless it runs into an actively running radar already.
radar. Yeah. Yep. So I always talk about why it's important not to give up your stealth, because when that happens, you absolutely do
Nice work.
reveal
Good game,
your
everyone.
positioning, your attitude, and as well your hit points that are remaining. So absolutely, you're right. And yes, very scatterbrained. I agree, SAT. So Montana and Marceau are at the C cap. You guys are ahead on ships and ahead on points. Preußen is extremely healthy. I might be telling the Preußen just to sail into the middle. So we can tank
Victory
that.
is in sight.
For clan battles, is Hydro or radar? For Salem? For Salem, specifically,
I'd say it depends on the team comp.
I was just about to say that. It really depends on how you plan to use it. If you're playing it like CasualTeaDrinker is playing the Salem, radar. Because you're by yourself, you're doing this stuff on your own. If you're playing it as part of a unit with somebody else, Hydro is going to be your better pick. Like if you're doing Death Snail stuff, where you've got like a Harugumo or a Gearing or somebody that's going to smoke you, Hydro makes more sense.
So, I think with how the caps flipped here, you actually only need to defend one cap to win this.
Absolutely.
So, I like grouping up here, kind of.
The bigger issue is that your Preußen is in a position that he can't really help you with the stuff in the middle, and the B cap is being flipped. Now, what that means is that Marceau is in the B cap. I'm gonna pause it here for a second. What the hell is your Shimakaze doing? The Shimakaze should not be turning to the B cap. The Shimakaze needs to be putting himself in a position to torpedo the Montana and run away from the Marceau. A terrible idea to send the Shimakaze in to B right now. Terrible idea.
I agree, Shimikaze should not go towards the Marceau. But I probably wouldn't be torping the Montana. I would actually be throwing the torps out into the Marceau. Because the way it is right now, the Preußen and he and the Salem should be able to finish the Montana on its own. You don't need the torpedoes to do that.
The only reason I would suggest a torpedo strike against the Montana is because it's somebody that you probably know you can hit. Marceau, chances of hitting him are quite low, and one or two hits just takes him off the board. And with him gone, once he's gone, there's really nothing you have to worry about. T-Drinker can just walk anywhere on the map he wants. What's a Marceau gonna do? Torpedo him? I guess. He's got a flag for that. But honestly, like,
I mean, these
killing the
torpedoes are
Montana,
fine
I think,
here.
is the
I
bigger
didn't
thing.
realize the Montana was about to beat you too, so that makes perfect
Well,
sense.
that helped, didn't it?
I thought the Montana could go behind the island, which makes getting the torpedo hit so much more tricky. But the ship is smoked up, stuck around, shot the guns, and is now paying the price for it.
Well, right, exactly. And now the Marceau chases down the Shimakaze. Now, you guys, they've got 2 caps to your 1. I think you need to get this kill.
Yeah, now you need the kill because the shimmy died.
Yeah, torping the Marceau is very unrealistic. Agreed. Now, fortunately for you, the Marceau is forced to go south here into your radar range.
I mean, the thing is, like, you could expect the Marceau to come over in this direction because they, at this point, they needed still the kill on the shimmy or get triple cap for the red team. So it was kind of predictable that the Marceau would be pushing towards the Shimikaze. So throwing out torpedoes in that way gives you a decent chance of getting a lucky hit.
Right. Well, regardless, a fantastic game for you guys. It's a nice win. I titled this game Merc Hero, and I think it's going to stand. I titled this Merc Hero at the start of this game. And I think it's going to stand. Let's take a look at your replay review. Absolutely fantastic game, dude. The only feedback I can give to you would be slow down a little bit, because you gave me motion sickness, Grunty motion sickness, a bunch of other people motion sickness as well. What is your Stalingrad doing? You took a lot of damage going sideways. The redeployment was good, yes. Totally caught the Des Moines off guard with that AP. Here it is right there. Here's the part where I think you really should have been focusing the Napoli instead of whatever it was.
It was a really, really bad idea from that Napoli to try to get these torpedoes off there. Like, I don't know why
understand what the Napoli was trying to do. If the Napoli would have gone straight at you, he probably would have won that engagement.
It would have
because
been
he would
at
have
least a
torpedoed
trade,
you,
right?
or
How would the torpedoes
Right.
fire them last second? And if you don't get it with the guns, you get it with the torps, or you get a ram off or whatever.
right. There's 3 different ways to at least trade. SAT says Storm League moments. True.
I think the enemy team also didn't realize for a long time that your battleship was AFK.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Patton, when I'm playing clan battles, I don't look at people and say we're up against bad players or anything like that. I look at it and say, what could the enemy do? And I make plans based off what the enemy could do. And I think that's an important distinction. If I'm playing randoms, maybe that's a different scenario. But if I'm playing like clan battles, King of the Sea, whatever, I'm playing assuming that the enemy is at the best of their ability. So, hey, great game. So, Merc Hero it is. Thank you much, CasualTeaDrinker, for sending the replay in. We're going to go